It is now 51 minutes after 7. Suppose someone came to you and said, I've got this great idea for a sitcom. It's about two guys, a humble Mediterranean sheep herder named Balky and his cousin Larry from Chicago. You know what you'd say, don't you?
Well, of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
But those two unlikely cousins on ABC's Perfect Strangers have been a big hit with millions of TV viewers and have made our next guest, Bronson Pinchot, and his co-star, Mark Lynn Baker, very familiar faces indeed. Watch.
What we have to do is focus your anger.
I don't have any anger.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't have any anger. Where do you think that come from?
And Bronson Pinchot is here with us in New York today. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Now, that scene went on.
Wait, I have to, first of all, I have to take your shoe off.
You do?
Yes, and secondly, I have to say hi to 4 people quickly. Okay?
All right, go ahead.
Is that camera on?
What does the shoe have to do with saying hello?
I don't know, but it's, first of all, it's a very nice Anne Klein shoe. Now, hi, Aunt Vera. Hi, Nana, Louise. Hi, Aunt June, and hi, Aunt Carol. Now, the shoe, I just feel that I have to have it.
All right.
Now, go ahead.
Hey, if it's going to make you feel more comfortable, go right ahead. You don't want any of the aunts to be mad at each other, so you have to say hi to everybody, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How about Grandma?
Grandma never gets mad at anybody.
Okay. About that scene.
Yes.
You guys hit heads, I'm told. Thank you very much. Makes me feel more comfortable. You guys hit heads.
Yeah, now that scene goes on.
Really got hurt,
yeah,
I'm told.
That scene was about, I think, he took one of those seminars where they brainwash you and tell you how to use your anger to become a more assertive person. Right. And he comes home and does it on me. And right before we shot it, you didn't see, in this clip, it didn't go far enough. But right before we shot the scene, the producer-writers said, you know what would be cute, Bronson? At the end of it, grab him and shake him like a rat. And Mark and I said, well, we don't have time to rehearse it, but we'll just work it out. So we got in front of the cameras, and there's an audience of 415 people. And I got angry. You know, I did get angry. And I was shaking him like this, and his head...
Oh, here we go. Uh-oh.
And why are you selfish?
Because I want to make people happy!
Yes, happy! You got it!
All right, so anyway, all right, but that they fudged around it with the cutting. What happened was, I was shaking him, his head smashed into my mouth, and we looked at each other for a second. He had like blood streaming down his head, I had blood streaming out of my mouth, and he like just went, oh, and fell down, and I like looked at the audience for a second and was like, how am I gonna save this moment, and went, oh, on top of him, and everybody came rushing in, and he had this, and so they thought, all right, we don't want the audience to see this, so they staunched our blood, and my mouth was gonna like come apart. Anyway, my tooth was back into my head, and my head was like, ah, and he was like this, so they just staunched the blood, and we finished the show, and I couldn't talk because my tongue, every time it flicked against my tooth, I saw stars. So suddenly I had this lisp. Because, I mean, you know...
You were very lucky. I mean, you could have lost a tooth.
Well, yeah, they wired the tooth, and they saved it, and they did all this stuff to it, and it's fine now, even though I still, you know, have a problem. But part of his brain died, so unfortunately I have to carry him through the show, you know. No, but we went, the thing is, we finished the show, and then they took us to the emergency room, and we were both sitting there like this, like, with, you know, and people kept pulling over the curtains and going, oh, hi, could I have an autograph?
Do you guys get hazardous duty pay or something? I mean, because this is, you guys hurt yours. You say you're black and blue all the time.
I'm black and blue all the time. Let me see if I can see any. Look at that. You see? See all those scrapes?
And you have an ear infection?
No, that isn't from the show. I just wanted to show my leg.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Yeah.
You have an ear infection?
Yes,
because
I have an ear infection because we did a show last week, a very funny show, I might add, America, where we get lost on a camping trip and fall into quicksand. And it was full of ground granite and water, and it came up past our ears. Everybody thought it was a riot, and the next day I woke up and couldn't hear. And now we're just going to see whether or not I can fly home to L.A. to do the next show, because you're not supposed to fly with an ear infection.
So take that, producers.
Should we drink some coffee out of your shoe? No, I'm just kidding. Come on. But you know you can afford a new one, even though it is Anne Klein.
It's always good to see you again. Take care of that ear.
Okay, thank you.
We'll be back right after this from Folgers Coffee.